The Tiwi are an Aboriginal tribe who inhabit Bathurst and Melville Islands off the northernmost tip of Australia, collectively referred to as the Tiwi Islands. They, like other Aboriginal peoples, believe in the dreaming, a place of past, present, and future that is embodied in all aspects of life. Noted Tiwi ethnographer Andre Grau argues that dance is a unifying principle that brings together most, if not all, elements of traditional Tiwi life. For the Tiwi, ritual dance is a way of reinforcing social ties and responsibilities and reenacting their cosmology. The Tiwi often say that they will never give up their dancing. The beginning of dance is traced back to the mythical hero Purukupali. His younger brother Tapara seduced his wife Bhima and led her to neglect their son, who died. After they fought, Tapara turned into the moon, and Bhima became a wailing bird, the curlew. Purukupali gathered the remaining ancestors and performed the first mortuary rites for his son. The Tiwi value aesthetics as a big part of their rituals. If the songs and dances are not well crafted, the ritual is not a success. Most important to the Tiwi are originality and creativity. No song is ever the same as one previously sung, and no mortuary post is like to another. They also value clear gestures and songs. Language is also a huge part of Tiwi aesthetics, with big words being very important to them. Tiwi is an agglutinative language. All of the parts of a sentence can be combined in a single, very complex word. These words create a multifaceted image. The Tiwi are especially fond of metaphor and clever use of the language in the songs that accompany their dances. The Tiwi differentiate three kinds of spaces: countries where the Tiwi reside and to which the Mopuruwi, or ghosts, return; sacred sites where the unborn children's spirits, the Pitapitawi, are found; and the camp or home where the people can live and dream. During ceremonial dances, the three worlds become one, recreating the unified world of the dreaming. There are many types of dance, including mortuary dances, kinship dances, and dreaming dances. For the Tiwi, the word yoi translates to our word for dance, but it also encompasses the rhythm that accompanies the dance, as well as the act of singing for the dance. Kuruwala is the word that means to sing when not accompanied by a dance. The yoi songs and dances are usually short and focus on group skill. They are made up of one verse repeated many times, first sung by the dancer and then taken up by the other performers. Men's dances speed up over time, while women's dances retain a steady rhythm. There is a great focus on precision of rhythm and movement. The Kuruwala songs emphasize individuality and have 3 to 10 verses, often with an interval of humming. The Kulama style is sung by men and echoed by the women, accompanied by the clapping of sticks. The Amparu style is sung by someone when a spouse has died, often during a mortuary ritual. There are other Kuruwala songs for sorrow, farewell, greetings, or name-giving. Socially, the Tiwi organize themselves into matrilineal groups, though they inherit their country from their fathers. The way they signify this in their culture is to say, I belong to the people of X, and name their mother's imunga or group, and come out of the people of Y, naming their fathers, which they refer to as Irumwa. Both of these groups focus on the matrilineage of the parents. For the Tiwi, different types of kin are linked to specific body parts, and these are emphasized in kinship dances. The kinship dances have 3 roles. They teach a system to children by training it into their bodies, they allow people to remember kinship relationships, and they allow new kinship relationships to be investigated on the dance floor. During the course of mortuary rituals, many songs are sung and dances held, in which creation myths are reenacted in relation to the deceased life. Stories are told, accusations and questions thrown, and political and social uncertainties settled. The rites are a highly social event involving the whole community, allowing them to process the person's death. Close relatives of the recently deceased are considered to be in a special grieving status called pukumani. This term is also used for the events involved in mortuary rituals, of which dance plays a vital role. The rites take nearly a year, and at the end of the year the Ilania ceremonies are held, ending with the final Iloti ceremony, when the pukumani status is lifted. Fire is a big part of these rituals. It is seen as a purifying force, and people and objects are passed through smoke to cleanse them and help the dead move on. Fire is also important in maintaining the landscape. The Tiwi burn dry grasses regularly to prevent uncontrollable fires. This deep connection and responsibility for the land is a highly significant part of Tiwi life. Often, during dances and songs, the Tiwi will call out the names of sacred places near them in order to link them to the land, and they believe that their sweat joins with the earth to bind them with it. The landscape and the body are bonded. The Tiwi argue that they are the land, an idea which is expressed most easily for them through dance. Dreamings come from the land which the Tiwi are linked to, with Tiwi from different areas claiming different types of animals, such as crocodiles, dingoes, or sharks. The dreaming dances are not taught. These dances reside within the dancer, as instinctual as walking and breathing, and the dance is meant to mark another aspect of one's self. The dreaming itself is translated by some as everyone, including within it the past, present, and future. The Tiwi believe that the powers of the dreaming came forth as ancestral beings to shape the earth with their adventures, and then transform into different animals, plants, and landmarks to create the world. While Tiwi dance rituals are rooted in tradition, they are not static. The Tiwi believe very strongly in originality and creativity, and their art and the subject matter of their dances have incorporated new tools and ideas as Western values spread through their world. This change is seen by most as destructive, but can also be seen as a natural adaptation of Tiwi tradition to encroaching Western ideas. This adaptability and originality that the Tiwi incorporate into their dances and songs has allowed their traditions to live on and remain relevant in the face of a changing world. Westernization has not wiped the Tiwi's elaborate cultural slate clean. Instead, it has allowed it to flourish and add more color. Through dance and song, the Tiwi create a connection with the land and sacred sites that has many layers, collapsing time and space to embody the unity of the dreaming. Time is everywhen, place is everywhere, and the Tiwi find a social connection with their community that allows them to negotiate death, politics, change, and celebration in a way that is meaningful to them on every level. Dance is, and always will be, the Tiwi way of life.